Hi, I'm Marty Nemko. Rather than have a career that mainly requires coming up with ideas, some people would rather implement other people's ideas. The following career for what I call implementers might be of particular interest to Psychology Today readers, where this little talk first originated. Psychometrist. Typically hired by school or legal systems, the psychometrist administers a wide range of psychological and educational tests, whose common thread tends to be highly specific procedures of administration. Perfect for the people who'd rather implement than come up with ideas. Next, teacher. K through 20, that is kindergarten through college. K through 20 teachers can draw from mountains of good curriculum that's available, usually free, and so they can focus on excellent implementation. Special education teaching, for example, of autistic kids might be particularly well suited to the teacher who's better at implementation than idea generation. The psychologically oriented teacher who'd rather work outside of the educational system include ride the wave options such as yoga teaching, meditation instruction, or Pilates teaching, or immigrant acculturation and accent reduction tutor. Next career for implementers, Social Security or welfare eligibility worker. Thanks to the taxpayer, government is among the last employers to primarily use full-time, fully benefited, job-secure employees. Procedures for government employees are often spelled out in great detail. The psychologically oriented implementer type might particularly feel at home working for Social Security or in welfare eligibility. Next, intermediate level healthcare provider. Doctors and other high-level medical professionals usually are responsible for developing any creative plans to address patient problems. Nurses, physical therapy assistants, and so on are the plan's implementers. Obviously, psychiatric nursing is psychology-related, but nearly all patient-facing healthcare providers, including even dental hygienists, are more effective, and not to mention kinder, if they are psychologically attuned to patient needs and wants. The next implementer career, paralegal, legal secretary, they're related. As in nursing, a high-level person, usually a lawyer or judge in this case, does much of the idea generation, and the paralegal or legal secretary has major responsibility for implementation. Also, paralegals and legal secretaries often are the first point of contact for clients who often are under stress, so being psychologically oriented can be invaluable. Next, administrative assistant. This is another career in which the boss, for example an executive, mainly comes up with the ideas and the assistant implements. I've had many clients who prefer to be the right arm. Next, this is a collection of three related jobs: fact checker, copy editor, or proofreader. After writers submit the text of their book or article, many major publications at least use a fact checker to verify statements. Then the draft might go to a copy editor who makes or suggests changes in wording or even organization. And finally, a proofreader reviews it for correct grammar, usage, and punctuation. Indexer. A good index greatly enhances a nonfiction book's utility. Unless the book's author creates it, and I love creating my indexes for my books, an indexer, usually under deadline pressure, does the work. Abstractor. That job is to digest clinical data on patients and enter it into a database, commonly regarding cancer. Abstractors are also used in real estate, providing a summary of the history of pieces of real estate that are in escrow. Animal trainer. This is a long-standing field for training animals for special purposes: horses for police work, exotic animals for the film industry, dogs for drug enforcement, and as service animals to the blind, deaf, and diabetic. But the field has expanded to companion pet owners who can't get their dogs to, for example, pee and poop outside, or to walk on a leash without pulling the owner down the street. Procedures for training are quite structured and therefore very good for the implementer. For completeness, although this now leaves the world of psychology, here are a few careers for implementers that aren't particularly psychologically oriented. Research assistant. Most research protocols are devised by doctorate-level investigators, but implementation is conducted by others. Accountant. All but high-level CPA accounting work are more about following laws and procedures than about creating new ideas. Revenue accountants and tax accountants, as well as corporate or IRS auditors, also work under strict rules and guidelines. Lab technician or manufacturing chemist. Typically, precise rules and protocols heavily govern employees in those fields. And finally, equipment technician. Installing, servicing, and repairing, for example, restaurant ovens, printing presses, manufacturing equipment, MRI machines, or car assembly robots. Being an idea generator is sometimes seen as more prestigious than being an implementer, yet both of them are obviously essential. If you're a better implementer than an idea creator, maybe one or more of these fully worthy careers I've outlined are at least worth a Google search. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko. Feel free to give this a thumbs up or, if needed, a thumbs down. Write a comment, hit the share button and share on your social media, and or subscribe to my channel. And again, thanks for watching. I am Marty Nemko.